Hello and welcome to my July vlog. I took a little bit of a break from vlogging because I had some poor health in the months of May and June. So I took a break, but I am back and it is the 1st of July. So I'm starting this vlog off nice and early and I'm starting it off strong. And I thought I would start it by telling you what I have planned for July. So I've written a list to kind of give a overview of July. So in July I'm going to be reading the books The Bell Jar and Dear Dolly. I think possibly in my last vlog I was reading The Bell Jar. I think I'll probably finish it in July. And then I'm also reading Dear Dolly, which is a book by Dolly Alderton. Me and one of my friends have just become obsessed with her writing basically and read everything that she writes. So I need to read Dear Dolly and my friend bought it for me and sent it to me, so that is the second book I'm reading. And then on watching this month of July, I am going to be watching the World Cup, of course, and actually at work today we did a sweepstake for the World Cup and I got England/Congo depending on who wins the match, which is today, so could potentially have my own team. Do I think it's coming home? Don't know, I'm not hopeful, but we'll see. Don't want to be a doubter. And then the other thing in July that I'm going to be watching, which I'm very excited about, is The Odyssey, Christopher Nolan's new movie. I would say Christopher Nolan is my favourite director and I love a lot of his movies, like Oppenheimer, like The Prestige, like Dunkirk, Interstellar. And yeah, I'm very excited to see what he does with The Odyssey. I think it comes out on the 17th of July, but I'm actually going to be on holiday then, so I'll have to watch it when I come back. But I will be watching The Odyssey in July and I will be watching it at the cinema. And my intention for July is just to get things done and to mainly create, so to create in terms of YouTube videos, in terms of social media, and to write as well, to continue to write my novel, and yeah, just try and create a bit more than I consume, and of course get things done. I think having 2 months where I was pretty ill, I didn't get much done, and now that I'm not ill anymore, I'm so ready to get so much stuff done. So that's what I plan to do in July. And then some fun things that I have planned for July. I am going to see My Chemical Romance next week in Wembley, which is incredibly exciting. I've seen them once before in, I think it was 2022, but I'll be seeing them for the second time, which I'm very, very excited about. Then I also have a bottomless brunch that I'm going to this weekend for my brother's birthday. I've never done a bottomless brunch before, so it will be very interesting to experience that for the first time. Now July is a very, to be fair, it's a stacked month. It's going to be a really fun month. I am actually going to Belgium in July and I'm going to Belgium to watch the Grand Prix, the Spa Grand Prix, and I am very excited. And I'm going there with my boyfriend and we're meeting up with one of my best friends and her new boyfriend who I've never met, and she's never met my boyfriend, so it's going to be very exciting and yeah, just really, really fun, I'm sure. And it's also my niece's birthday in July and she's having a party at the end of July, which will be very fun. And then finally in July I'm hoping to run my first ever event with my friend, because I don't think I've mentioned it in a vlog, but me and my friend have essentially decided to create an events business where we run local events for girls to make friends and have fun experiences, and we're hoping to do our first one in July, which is very exciting and also, you know, feeds into my intention of getting things done, because launching this events business and planning and hosting our first event is getting things done. So the event will be, I think it's going to be near the end of the month, and I am very excited for it. I'm excited for what could come from this. And then for every quarter of the year, and we are now in Q3, I create a bingo, which is essentially a bingo of things that I want to try and do, and I do 16 for the whole quarter. So then every month in the quarter, because obviously 3 months in the quarter, I aim to do about 5. So the things that I'm aiming to do in July for July's bingo are hosting my first event, which I obviously mentioned, seeing F1, which I also mentioned, starting a Substack. So when I was talking about how I want to create this month, I want to start writing. I want to start writing articles, like blog posts, and I want to put them on Substack. And I hope to do this in July, which will be really fun and exciting. I then put, I want to watch the movie Rear Window. I've been meaning to watch it since February, I think, and I still haven't seen it, and I think it's on BBC iPlayer. So honestly, what excuse do I have? So in July, I will be watching Rear Window because I'd like to watch some more Hitchcock. I've only seen two. I've only seen Psycho and The Birds, so Rear Window is next on the list. And then finally, I put have a day of doing hobbies. I have so many hobbies to try that I literally have all the equipment for, but I just haven't done them. So I want to have a day just doing a few of them and just like relaxing, doing hobbies and having a nice time. And that's pretty much my plan for July. So I'm going to take you along. It's hopefully going to be a lovely sunny month, just full of fun and full of creating and full of getting stuff done. So let's go. Let's get into July.
Hello.
I was vlogging.
Oh,
I got you putting an olive in your mouth.
hello. I'm trying to book a train ticket and it's really pissing me off.
It's alright, take deep breaths.
Oh, we can do it.
It's okay. He's cute.
He's your boy. You're gonna reject your boy?
I'm gonna reject my boy.
Don't reject your son.
I'm here from my bedroom floor to round off this July vlog and recap you on what exactly happened in July. So I did mention a few of these things already, but I went to see F1 in Belgium, which was so fun. It was very hot at the beginning, but then actually got quite cold near the end. Me and my boyfriend went and met up with my friend who I haven't seen in ages and her boyfriend, and it was so nice to see them, so nice to meet her boyfriend and to see my friend after, I think it's been like 6 months, something like that, after 6 months of not seeing her. And me and my boyfriend actually had a day in Bruges, and that was a really good day. I've been to Bruges before, but that was in the winter, and this was obviously in the summer, and it was so nice and so fun. And we watched the movie in Bruges the night before so that we could see all the landmarks, and we did, and it was very, very fun. Then also in July I went to see My Chemical Romance, which I mentioned. They were so good, they were iconic, it was so fun. It was again really hot. It was Wembley in London where we went to go see them. It was very, very hot, but they did not disappoint. They gave an amazing show, an amazing performance as per usual, and I enjoyed myself very much. And I will continue to go see My Chemical Romance tour in England whenever they do. I will be there, I will be sat. as I mentioned, I also had the bottomless brunch for my brother's birthday right at the beginning of the month. That happened and that was really fun. First ever bottomless brunch, and I did enjoy it, but I'm not someone who drinks very fast or very much, so it's probably a little bit wasted on me. And then we also had my niece's birthday. It was her 5th birthday and she had a party in a village hall with a bouncy castle and stuff. Me and my boyfriend went early to help decorate, and honestly I was finding it so stressful. We had an hour basically to decorate, and we spent most of that time blowing up these balloons and like tying them to a ribbon. Go to pin them up and all the balloons just started popping, and it was like we used most of our decorating time on that, and it basically on nothing. But it ended up being fine in the end. We did decorate, it was all fine, everyone was happy, but I was just a bit stressed by it all, stressed by the whole situation. But it's okay because it's over now, and it was a fun party, and I think my niece had a lovely time. Also previously mentioned, I was working on my events company this month. That has been continuing and it will continue into next month as well, and I'm just really excited. I think I mentioned in the first clip that I really wanted to just do things and have emotion and stuff, and this events company is basically that. It is doing things, like actually doing things, kind of putting myself out there, and that honestly gives me so much motivation, gives me so much life just to do that, to do things, to push things forward, to just throw things out there and be like, who knows what's going to happen, and then see what happens. That really invigorates me, to be honest. So I was doing that in July and it's going to continue, and I'm very excited for everything that it could potentially bring. Finally, I feel like I've been saying it pretty much every vlog this year, not that there have been many, but every vlog this year, that I wanted to watch Rear Window. I finally did. Did I start to fall asleep while watching it? Maybe. Not because of the quality of the movie, but because I was just so tired. I was genuinely so tired when we sat down to watch that. But I think I missed like 2 minutes, so it was fine. Watched the movie and it was very good. My main takeaway was just that I think the tension that was managed to be built by the end of the movie and by kind of the penultimate scenes was so good, was so strong, was like palpable. Like I could feel the tension within my body watching this movie. So I think, yeah, the tension building was really good, and I feel like that's something that, you know, Hitchcock, Psycho is known for, so no surprise there. This month I also watched the World Cup, as pre-mentioned, and of course it did not come home, but that's okay. We came third and I still won some money in my work's sweepstakes, so you know, not all bad. And we watched the match where we lost to Argentina the night before our holiday, so not an amazing start to the holiday. We watched it in a stuffy hotel room, boiling. We had to watch it on the phone because the TV in the hotel room wasn't working. Like it was ill-fated from the start, to be honest. But then the match against France, to see who was third place, we watched that in a pub in Belgium, and I'd never watched a football match, not in my house before, and it was so fun. The vibes were great. It was a lot of obviously Belgian people, and they all seemed to want England to win. There were a few French people there. My best friend, who we were with, is French. She actually ended up leaving us halfway through the match, because if you watch the match or you know the outcome, England were doing very well, especially in the first half, scoring 4 goals, I think it was, in just the first half. That match was really fun to watch, and I think kind of made me and my boyfriend feel a bit better about the loss, because it was such a good show. Really good match, and a great first match for me to watch outside of my house. And then finally, I did talk about the kind of bingo things that I wanted to get completed for July, and I have severely failed, to be honest, for this month. I talked about Substack, I talked about having a day doing hobbies, and yeah, I did fail, but as always, next month is gonna be better, and at least the Substack thing will definitely be happening. I think the hobbies thing as well. I think I'm gonna have some free time in August to just kind of chill and hopefully, yeah, do some hobbies and create a Substack. So I look forward to that in the new month. But that was it for July. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next month. Bye.